Be honest with me, darling. Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? Like your light decided to hide behind your own shadow? I know that feeling. I used to slip into parties like a ghost in satin, afraid my hands would betray a tremble, or my smile would show I didn't quite believe in myself. But here's the secret. Invisibility breaks the moment you give yourself permission to glow. I'm Marilyn. And tonight, I'm giving you my private code, my red lip code. This isn't just makeup. It's a ritual. It's how I turned insecurity into magnetism, how I could walk in quiet and still make the air lean closer. Picture this with me. A quiet dressing room, a soft lamp, a lip that's not just red but decisive. I don't paint a new face. I uncover the woman I choose to be. First, I press my lips together like a promise. Soft, but certain. I outline not just my mouth, but my intention. I slow down, because speed makes beauty nervous. And then, one breath. One smile that only I can see. A crimson whisper that says, "You are allowed to be seen." That's the first confession. My power started when I treated my beauty like a ceremony. No panic, no rush. Nothing frantic is ever seductive. Seduction is grace. It's the patience of a candle knowing it will be watched. Here is how you use it. Before you leave your home, choose your red like you'd choose your mood. Warm if you want to invite. Cool if you want to challenge. Matte for command. A soft sheen if you want to look like the answer to a question he hasn't dared to ask yet. When you apply, be gentle. Apply as if your lips are saying, "Come closer if you can behave." Then blot with a touch, not a fight. You're not scrubbing away your power, you're sealing it. Now, the second confession. My eyes did most of the talking, but not the way you think. I didn't stare men down. I never had to. I used a rhythm, eyes to eyes, then a tiny drop to the lips, then back to the eyes. Like a triangle of attention, soft, playful, and done with breath. Hold for a heartbeat, then let go. Don't trap, tease. Magnetism isn't a prison, it's an invitation. Try it when you speak to someone you want to hypnotize gently. You're listening. You're curious. Your gaze glides. Eyes. Lips. Eyes. A barely there smile at the corner. Never the full reveal too soon. The corner of your mouth is the flirtiest part of you. It's like the hem of a dress you've barely lifted. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. I didn't always feel irresistible. I was Norma Jean before I was Marilyn. I was a gentle girl who worried she was too much and not enough at the same time. But I discovered something. The world responds to what you allow yourself to radiate. So I made a decision. I didn't wait to feel confident. I behaved like a woman who was allowed to be adored. And my feelings caught up. There's a kind of power that comes from being soft without being breakable. I never tried to be a statue. I was velvet. Flexible, kind, but also immovable about my boundaries. Seduction without boundaries is a fire without a fireplace, dangerous and exhausting. With a frame, it's warm and mesmerizing. So here is a boundary dressed as charm. When someone pushes too fast, smile, in your eyes, not just your lips, and say, not yet. Then change the subject like you're changing music. You haven't closed the door. You've just reminded them it opens on your timing. That phrase holds more power than a lecture ever could. Another secret. My voice. I didn't make it high to be cute or low to be intimidating. I breathed. I let my voice ride on my exhale. That's why it sounded intimate, like a hand under warm water. When you speak, let your breath leave first, then let your words float on it. It softens edges. It makes people lean closer without realizing why. When I walked into a room, I arrived before I spoke. Not loud, not grand. I just chose one thing to sink into. A shoulder slightly angled, a hand resting lightly at the waist. Chin lifted like I was listening to a secret only I could hear. Confidence isn't a pose. It's comfort. It's choosing the most elegant version of how you already move. Dress details matter. Your wrist, left bare with a single bracelet. Your collarbone, touched by light. A red lip is a spotlight. Let it be the chorus leader. Don't overwhelm it. Pair it with softness, skin like cream, lashes like shadows, perfume like a second skin. If someone catches the echo of your scent after you leave, you have written your name on the air. Which brings me to perfume. It's not just smell. It's a halo, a signature that lingers without clinging. 2 pulses, 1 whisper under the ear, and a final kiss in the air to walk through. That's enough. Leave a trace, not a cloud. Mystery lives in restraint. I want to tell you a story. There was a night when I didn't want to be seen. I was tired. My heart was heavy. But I had to go on stage. I stood in the corridor and I said to myself, if you can smile for the next 10 seconds, the rest will follow. So I smiled. Not a big one. The kind of smile that promises honey, not sugar. And the audience didn't just clap. They softened. They felt invited. That's real charisma, when the room relaxes because you do. Before we go deeper, I want to ask you something. Which secret are you going to try first? The red lip code, the gaze rhythm, or the breath in your voice? Tell me in the comments. I love hearing your experiments. And if my little confessions are helping you remember your own power, tap like and subscribe so you don't miss the next secret I whisper. Back to the dance. Desire isn't a chase. It's a duet. You lead with softness and you follow with standards. When someone compliments you, absorb it like sunlight. Don't bounce it away. Try this. When you receive praise, don't scramble to deny it. Hold it. Say, thank you. I love that you noticed. The pause after thank you makes the words settle into your skin. It tells the world your worth isn't negotiable. It's time we talk about the most underestimated tool of allure. Stillness. Not a freeze. A velvet moment. The second before you answer. The sway that doesn't move. The glance that keeps its secrets for 1 breath longer. When everything is frantic, stillness becomes a spotlight. Use it when you step into a conversation. Use it when you laugh. Let your laughter happen, then let it rest on your lips a beat before you speak again. That rest is where fascination lives. And when you sit, don't hide. Create negative space. Angle your knees. Place your hand where you want eyes to land. Gently at your waist, your collarbone, the curve of your hip. You're not pointing. You're composing. You're a painting that knows exactly where the viewer should look first. Another confession? Rejection didn't break me. It whispered advice. If someone couldn't see me, I didn't pull brighter, I pulled back. Not with bitterness, with style. I would simply say, then we're not in the same scene. And I would exit with grace. You can't be irresistible to everyone. To try is to dim. Choose being unforgettable to the right few over being liked by the many. Let's go into relationships, because seduction without care is just theater. Care is the part that melts even marble hearts. Ask better questions. What was the best moment of your day? What is the one dream you can't say out loud without smiling? Curiosity is the softest way to touch someone's soul. People fall for the way you make them feel seen. Keep passion alive by feeding mystery, not suspicion. Mystery says, there is more to discover. Suspicion says, there is something to fear. Share pieces of your world like gifts, not like confessions on a deadline. Show your art, your playlists, your books with the folded corners. Let them see your mind undress before your body ever does. There's a trick I used on set when everything felt too bright and too cold. I found one person, sometimes the camera, sometimes the lighting man, and I acted like we were sharing a secret. Give your attention to one, and many will feel it. Do this at dinner. Choose one soul. Offer them the luxury of your listening. You will glow without trying, because focus is golden. Scattered eyes are dim. Now, a word about softness. It isn't weakness. It's weather. There's a warmth in you that can melt defenses and a storm that can stop a room. Softness chooses which to be and when. I was never embarrassed to cry, but I learned to cry for truth, not for attention. Emotion used wisely is a language. It says, I feel deeply, and I can hold you when you feel deeply too. Beauty, finally, is a promise you make to yourself. Not to be perfect, to be intentional. Choose a dress that glides, not shouts. Choose heels you can walk in like a cat, not a newborn deer. Choose fabrics that make your skin feel like it's being complimented all night long. Your comfort is part of your magnetism. If you are fighting your clothes, you're not free to enchant. Let's fine-tune the red lip code for a second date, an interview, or a day you need the world to listen. For romance, soften the edges of your mouth with a fingertip, like a secret smudge. It says, kissable, without asking. For power, sharpen the Cupid's bow. It says, I say yes when I mean it, and I mean it. For every day, press balm at the center so your words look like they've been dipped in light. And don't forget your hands. They are your subtitles. Hold your glass by the stem. Touch your necklace when you're considering. Trace your jaw when you're listening. Not constantly, just once, like a signature at the bottom of a letter. Repetition kills magic. Precision feeds it. Confidence is earned one kept promise at a time. Promise yourself you'll leave 5 minutes early, so you never arrive rushed. Promise you'll drink water between every sparkling thing. Promise you'll leave while your energy is still high. Always leave them wanting more, was my rule for parties, scenes, even conversations. Your exit is part of your allure. Make it elegant. A glance back, a small wave, a smile that looks like a curtain lowering slowly. If you're nervous, try this before you step out. Breathe in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Do it 3 times. Then put on your red lip with your shoulders relaxed and your jaw soft. The body remembers calm faster than the mind does. You'll glide instead of rush. Glide is contagious. People will lower their shoulders just watching you. And if you need a phrase to carry in your pocket, use this. I don't chase, I choose. Say it gently, not as a shield, as a truth. Your life becomes quieter when you choose. The right things can finally find you because you've stopped sprinting past them. One last confession. The world adored Marilyn, but the woman inside her needed tenderness. So I learned to be the first one to give it. After long days, I took off my red lip like a queen placing her crown on velvet. Not in defeat, in relief. I told myself, you did beautifully. And if I had stumbled, I told myself, we'll do it more beautifully tomorrow. The voice you use with yourself becomes the light you give off to the world. You don't need a stage, darling. You are the stage. You don't need applause to be luminous. You are the candle. Walk into rooms like a soft star that knows the night is better because you're in it. Use your red lip code. Use your gaze rhythm. Use your breath. Use your kindness like silk and your boundaries like pearls. When you combine them, that's the Monroe effect. Now, go paint a promise on your lips and let the world discover what it's been missing. Not because you're screaming for it, because you're finally letting it happen. You are allowed to be adored. And tonight, you are.